Hello everyone, this is Jimmy PRT, and in today's video I'll show you 3 decks to try for the midweek challenge Historic Pauper. You can find all the deck lists in the description below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and enjoy. Okay, so for the first deck we're going to play Mardu Reanimator. Super quick deck tech. We play a bunch of creatures that can either be put into the graveyard like Oliphant and Troll the Khazan Doom, or a lot of cards that will help you put some cards into the graveyard. For example, the Rust Goliath that we can put into the graveyard with the Neonate, with Bone Shards, with the Mutt, Bitter Reunion, and so on. And then we play 8 copies of Reanimator spells with Late to Dinner and Summon Undead to then play those big creatures and swing. Alright, we're going to keep this hand. It's not the greatest, but we still have the duress, and then Dust Legion Zealot play if you want to. Snow Covered Island. Then I guess we're gonna have to... It's a mill deck. That's actually great for us. Let's play the Sunlit Marsh. We're gonna duress them. We are going to get rid of their counterspell, which is the most problematic, which is actually the reason why we played duress, so that we don't get this. But yeah, we are in a great position because except if they mill us really quickly, we are going to be in a good position as we need the bigger creatures in our graveyard. Okay, so here we are going to play the Zealot first. In case we draw into a tap land. No, okay, but then I'll duress again. And this time the Glacial Grasp, as it's problematic against our bigger creatures. Now they're going to mill us, milling us into a creature we can play. Now I just have to be careful to not overdo it with the milling, but okay, so here I have only one creature. We're gonna wait for this one. At the same time, there would be starred. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Gorging Vulture. We're gonna start attacking a bit, still get the Troll and the Oliphant into the graveyard. That's always good. Then we now just need to draw into one more land, and we can summon Undead something. That's a land. It's a tap land, unfortunately. We're gonna move to combat. Swing for 2. Now with Summon Undead, we will not mill the 3 cards, but we will for sure get the Troll of Khazan Doom back. We will block for 1, killing the Zulaport Duelist. Move to my turn. Now we're going to cast Summon Undead. Hopefully don't have a counter spell. I'm not going to mill, but I'm going to bring back a Troll. Then we're going to swing for 2. Potentially they will play Frostbite now, targeting the Vulture. Okay, they don't. They mill us another 2. Now we have Oliphant. I think I'm just gonna go for another Troll if they don't mill me more, which they will. Okay, so they tap the Troll. Now we're at 28 cards, which is still okay. And they swing for 4. We are going to summon Undead. We will not mill, and we will get another troll. This time we are not going to attack with our vulture. They will probably kill it. Now it's just a matter if we can attack quicker than they actually can mill us. We're first going to play the Bitter Reunion. Discarding... I would need a blocker, I think. And we're going to discard the... Let's discard the Naga. 2 cards. Bone Shards is amazing here because we can simply... We're going to discard a card. We are going to... I mean, they have 4. They can... I'm going to destroy the Berg Strider. Discarding the Sunlit Marsh. Now we're going to swing everything at them. And could potentially be a win with Fling. Let's try it. Swing everything. They probably will kill now the Gorging Vulture, which is fine. Now if they don't block, that's 12 and I can fling it for the win. They do not. And so then for the finale, we will fling. GG. Okay, so the second deck is the Blue-Red Terror. Plan is simple, put as many sorceries and instances into our graveyard to then play for almost free a Tolarian Terror or a really big Serpentine Curve to then swing to win. We have a bunch of cards to help us do that, either cantrips or cards that helps us put cards into the graveyard or some removal, cheap removal. And we also have the 4 Lorien Reveal, which is a great card in this deck because we can play less land, we can cycle it, and it helps us put a sorcery into our graveyard. And for the late game, it's a draw 3 cards, which is amazing. Let's see. I think this is a keepable hand. We have card draw, we have removal for days, Witch Surveil, which is going to be perfect for us. And we're playing it. We are going to play first the Volatile... You know what? We're going to first play the Snow-Covered Island. We're going to pass. We're going to potentially just Silent Cycle Lorien Revealed to get another land. We don't need the red source right now. They play the Fairy Seal. We're going to take the damage. I don't want to bounce this one to their hand. We're going to resolve. Then we're going to cycle this one. The Lorien Revealed. Getting a land, putting a spell in our graveyard. And then we are going to play the Modern Age. Love this card. We're going to draw. And here we can simply discard a Frantic Inventory in case then we draw into more of them, so we can draw more cards. They are going for the Fairy Beatdown here. Interesting. They have all of them at the same time. Attack for 3. Luckily, those are only 1/1s, but they don't get bigger than this. Okay, here I will discard a Fara Dispersal. I do not want to bounce all of those creatures back. I am going to play a Volatile Fjord, passing the turn, and then I'm going to keep open for Moment of Truth. They're going to attack for 5. I could also just bounce one of them back, they will draw a card. But then I can surveil 2, then play for almost free. Play for free a terror. I think this is what I want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna bounce one. Surveilling 2. This one and this. I'm gonna shuffle anyway, so that's no problem. I don't want the archaeologist anyway right now. And then take the 4. And then we're gonna be able to play the Tolarian Terror for 1 and have space for Moment of Truth to dig for our other cards. This is what we do. Island cycling. We'll draw 1. All right. We're gonna play the island. We're gonna play the terror. They could counterspell this one. If they do, I might just play right now the Moment of Truth to see if we can get our spell Pierce. So they don't. And then I will end the turn. They have a lot of cards. I'm a bit worried about that, but... So it is the very interesting. Okay. They're gonna take 2 damage. Now if they ninjutsu something, because I would suspect that they play with one of the ninja, I would suspect I would do it, then I could then bounce it back to their hands because they would be considered still attacking. This way we can surveil to prepare top of our library to then Moment of Truth. So, as I suspected, ninja the deep hours, tap and attacking. I'm going to bounce it back. Serpentine Curve is amazing here, and I do not need... I don't need a snow-covered mountain, so I will put it out. I will take 4. They will play the Miscreant, drawing a card, and I will play and step the Moment of Truth, or in response, whatever. Oh boy! Okay, I'm gonna keep this one, put this one, and put this one. Easy decision. We are going to then attacking for 5. It's a bit problematic that now 2 of them are in my graveyard. And 1 is at the bottom of my library, but we still have Tolarian Terror available. I'm at 2 life. Let's see if we can do something about this. I don't think we will be able to. I mean, if we draw into a removal for Fairy Miscreant here, I think that's GG. This is not anymore. Okay, so first Moment of Truth into Frostbite. We're going to put the Snow-Covered Mountain and the Lorien at the bottom. I'm going to cast Frostbite on Fairy Miscreant. Move to combat, and it's a GG. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was a tight game. That was close. That was really close. Okay, for the last deck, we're going to play Selesnya Enchantment. This is a classic in Pauper. The goal is simple. We put small creatures on the board with evasion, such as Ealer's Auk, the Jungleborn Pioneer, because it makes it an X-proof creature, or the Transcendent Envoy that helps us cast auras for less. Then we pump them with a bunch of enchantments, such as Ancestral Mask or Ethereal Armor, that each gets bigger for the amount of enchantment we control. And then we swing to win. Good. Here, that's amazing, but I would need a white source to make it viable. So I think I'm going to have to mulligan. This here is great. However, there's no creature. But I think we're going to keep this one. We're going to put the Angelic... We're going to put the Angelic Gifts on the bottom. I'm going to keep 3 lands and try it out. Hopefully we draw into one of our creatures. So we drew into it. Perfect. Now turn 3 I'm going to play it, and then we're going to pump the 1/1 blue Merfolk with X-proof. Trespasser Curse. Okay. Alright, now we're going to play the Jungleborn Pioneer. Losing 2 life. They gain 2. Next turn I'll be able to play the Transcendent Envoy and then play for 1 mana. If either that for 1 mana of the one of the enchantment, or I can just simply pump right away the Merfolk. But here seems like that's a good. Now I'm a bit in a pickle, which what I should be doing. I could play. I think I'm going to play the Envoy, and then we're going to play the. We're going to play the Sentinel. Eyes on the Merfolk. We're going to attack with the Jungleborn Pioneer because we do not need this card anyway. So this is a life gain deck. It's interesting with the Marauding Bright. Okay, so they play the Celebrity Fencer. Okay, perfect. Now I will play the Cartouche of Solidarity. We're going to play the armor and then destroy the Marauding Blight Priest. Have them fight my little creature that is not so little anymore. And then we're going to swing at them. They're not going to block. I'm going to pass. So next turn, the goal would be to play Iliad's Pilgrim. Either get it, if I have 1 more mana, either get the Ethereal Armor, the second one, so that my creature gets even bigger, or we get the Ancestral Mask, which will do the same in the end, but for even more, but costs a bit more, so it costs 2. So we have Dead Touch. It is not a problem because I have First Strike. Alright, so we play Iliad's Pilgrim. We're going to go and get Ancestral Mask. And then we're going to swing with what we have. And now next turn, I'm going to play the Ancestral Mask, which will buff my Merfolk even more. It's going to get even bigger. This probably will be a win. I don't think the opponent will be able to get out of this situation. So we play it. It's now 21-23. We swing. They're going to block with the Typhoid Rat. However, I have first strike, so the Dead Touch does not matter in this situation. They will gain 3 life and draw a card, but this will not be enough for them. We're going to play War Blessing. Warbriar Blessing, fighting the Savage Gorger. And this is then going to be enough to kill them. Alright. So those were the 3 decks that I wanted to show you for Historic Pauper. If you have any suggestions for other decks, please leave them in the comment. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed.